This is Rhino Dan with my custom seats on my R3 because I'm 6'3" and I'm a big guy, 260 pounds or so. So I wanted a bigger seat so they can go out and be more comfortable on the longer rides. I ride with a lot of Harley guys, and they like to ride for hours without stopping. So hopefully this helps out. The reason why I think this R3 is the perfect street bike, so that you can use your bike throughout the whole corner the way it's meant to be used, if that makes any sense. Like when I had my Gixxer 750 and my Ninja 600RR, there was so much of the bike I couldn't use in streets. I couldn't go out and even properly corner sometimes to get the proper 40-60 weight transfer to the rear without going to jail. Speeds of way insanity for street. But what makes this bike so nice is that you can use it in the street. I've been on the freeway. I already have 1,000 miles on it. I've commuted from Redwood City. It's the Bay Area. I don't know if YouTube is. But anyway, I commuted from Redwood City all the way down to Vallejo, lane split the entire way home. And it was a very nice thing to do on the R3. It wasn't nerve-wracking. It wasn't like it was too big, or I didn't feel like I was by any chance in danger of hitting another car even when they want to make room for me. Another thing too that I like about the R3 is that there's so much aftermarket parts being made and developed for it. Like this seat. This seat right here was really nice. I did design myself. The guy went out and made it, got it back to me. It's freaking awesome. It's the ability to go out and do stuff like this. It's really nice. I'm sure you can do that on the Ninja too, and maybe the Honda. I don't know about the KTM yet. My buddy has the KTM. That's a very nice bike also, the RC390. The things that I like about this bike is that it's fast enough where you can go and keep up with flow traffic, overtake people on the freeway. I mean, it's fast enough. It's not like you have to be... I've driven the Ninja 250 10 years ago, and that bike was so small and so gutless and so different than these bikes nowadays. It's ridiculous how much things have changed, from a shift indicator to fuel gauges to... My goodness, even some of these entry-level bikes have ABS. It's incredible, like how much you bang for the buck you get for these bikes. I know people use the word bored a lot. Well, I get bored. Well, I guess you can get bored, but if you live in an area where there's a lot of twisties like I do, then you know for a fact that you can only go so fast in them. Like, for example, if it's a 15-mile-per-hour twisty, maybe 45 tops. And that's with a really good bike, with a really good rider, on a good day with no traffic and everything else. Anything else, you're just risking injury and death, because on these back roads, I don't know where you live, but where I live, there's barbed wire fences, there's posts, there's trees. It's not something you want to run off and hit. It's just not something anybody wants to hit at any type of speed at all. So, and really, I only go about double the speed limit through twisties, just for the mere fact because I can't control what's on the road. If there's gravel spill, or if there's a dead carcass of an animal, or let's say that there's a slower traffic, which sometimes it's happened. And years ago I was riding my Ninja 600, and my other buddy had a Ninja 600, and we're riding, and he goes on oncoming traffic, almost kills himself because of that same reason. There was a slower car in front of us, and we had to dart, and I went inside, he went outside, and we almost got killed. Like, again, you can't control that. That's the reason why there's track days. And getting on to the next point, why this is a perfect street bike. I bought this for $4,300 out the door with, well, I had put a down payment too, but the asking point was $4,300 plus the other stuff. So let's say it was closer to like $5,600, $5,700 because of all the other stuff they add in. But I got a good time because the recall happened and they made me wait before I was able to pick up the bike, so they dropped off some extra money off the asking price, and I got the 2016 at the very end of the year, so I was able to save a little extra money that way too, which was fantastic. Another thing is too, with that asking price so low, if I wanted a track bike, you can go on Craigslist right now in the area, and you can get an R6 or any 600, super sport for $2,000 or $2,500. So let's say you had $10,000 in your pocket and you wanted to go out and get an R6 or a $10,000 street bike to go ride fast from stoplight to stoplight at 100 miles per hour. Well, here's the deal. One, in California, if you get a ticket, the amount of money you spend on a ticket's ridiculous. Your insurance is going to go up. Your insurance right now is ridiculous. Two, you can only go so fast in city streets without getting arrested or your bike towed and you losing everything. I know that the 18 and 20-year-olds, they're all about that, but reality is that when you're my age, you have a lot to lose and you're still making money and you have a lot to be responsible for. It's not worth it. Another thing is too, with $10,000, you buy this bike for $56,000, right? You buy this bike, you have money left over to buy a Craigslist special, $2,000, whatever, $2,500 bike, get yourself a full leathers, all that stuff right there, and you're still money ahead. And you have a bike you don't have to worry about insuring, you don't have to worry about it if you go on a track bike and you wreck it or you drop it or it gets smashed. You don't have to worry about that stuff because it's not that much money, and if you be turned into a rat bike, who cares? You're not getting it insured. It's not a big deal.